Hey guys, John here and welcome to the ultimate retargeting method. As you start to dip your toes into Facebook ads, you'll definitely have noticed that not everybody who visits your website checks out. So out of 100 people that visit your site, perhaps only 2 of them will actually convert. What you might not know is that the remaining 98 aren't necessarily uninterested in your offer. Some of these people might actually be interested in your product, but aren't quite ready to purchase yet. Or maybe they were in the process of purchasing, but were then interrupted while looking at your product, and were too busy to come back later. At that point, juggling 100 other things in their lives, they simply forget about your brand and end up never coming back. Regardless of what really happens, there exists a very effective method of bringing these customers back to your store, and that's called retargeting. Retargeting is simply targeting an audience that was previously engaged with your brand in some way, but didn't commit to a purchase. Ultimately, the goal of retargeting is to keep your brand at the forefront of your audience's mind and pull them back to your website, which will hopefully lead to a purchase. It's basically an extremely cost-effective way of generating additional revenue. It's fairly easy to set up, and if properly executed, can significantly improve your store's profitability to get your results like this. If you've never set up retargeting before or haven't seen much success with it in the past, don't worry, effective Facebook retargeting all comes down to using the right setup, which I'll be showing you in this video. First, I'll start things off by talking about the 4 most common types of retargeting ads we've used, and then you'll learn what they are, how they work, and in which cases they're most likely to be used. Next, I'll show you how to set up your campaigns to reach people most likely to convert and get the best performance. You'll learn about what audiences to target, what your retargeting budget should be, and how to scale your retargeting campaigns as your website traffic increases. By the time you're done with this video, you'll have a solid understanding of the fundamentals of retargeting and have everything you need to set up a successful retargeting campaign. Let's get to it. Although there are a number of different types of retargeting ads you can utilize, I've personally come to rely on 4 different types to bring in fantastic results. They are as follows: testimonial ads, functionality ads, money back guarantee ads, and coupon ads. When you're setting up your campaign, you'll want to utilize some or more of these, depending on our particular situation. The point of using multiple types is to try and ensure that the audience will see at least one ad that addresses whatever prevented them from purchasing in the first place. It's also never a bad thing to mix up the creatives. People get tired of seeing the same ad over and over again and will learn to ignore something they've seen too frequently. That being said, let's briefly go over each type of ad so that you have an idea of what each one does and where it might be used. So testimonial ads are advertisements that are designed to address any potential reservations about purchasing due to a lack of social proof or customer testimonials. If you followed our store setup and included Luke's reviews, you should be covered here, but it's never a bad thing to include a testimonial ad to reaffirm your brand's trust levels. You could use just about any format for this type of ad. Images of your product coupled with a testimonial quote or a video of a customer talking about your product can both work great. If you're just starting off, you probably won't have any customers talking about your product, so you might consider using an image ad instead and put the testimonial in the copy of the ad. Next, we have the functionality ad. The purpose of this ad is to educate your audience on your brand and product in case they never actually saw your original video ad or watched a few seconds of it and didn't really fully pay attention. It's much like the video ad you created for your cold audience, but this time you could mix up some of the footage and maybe include details that you might have left out in the original ad. This type of ad will typically be a video, though a collection of images in the form of a carousel ad could also work great. The ad's copy will describe the functionality of the product and offer a solution to a problem the customer is having. Third, we have the money back guarantee ad. This ad is another way to increase the trust of your brand with your customer by letting them know that they have no risk when it comes to purchasing the product. Now, you would only run this ad if your refund and return policy is actually a money back guarantee and truly comes with no strings attached. When it comes to the type of creative, you could use just about anything. Most of the value of this ad type is going to be in the ad copy, so using an image of the product should be fine here. And lastly, we have the coupon ad. This is a bit of a situational pick and a type of retargeting ad that is generally more effective if many of your potential customers find your price point to be an issue. Assuming that you picked out a product based on our recommendations and created an effective ad and website, a coupon code probably won't do all that much when compared to any of the other 4 ad types. That being said, in the past I've personally tested anything from 5 to 30% off coupon codes, and some have been pretty great. So if you suspect that your price point is a bit on the steep side, definitely try out a coupon code. So that's about it when it comes to the different types of retargeting advertisements we utilize. Now let's talk a bit about what our typical campaign setup looks like. The campaign setup is going to be pretty straightforward. You'll be using a CBO with a daily budget equal to 10% of the daily spend of all your campaigns. You will have a total of 7 ad sets in this campaign, each of which will use one of the following custom audiences: video views 95%, video views 75%, page view, Facebook engagement, Instagram engagement, top 25% site visitors by time spent, add to cart, and initiated checkout. Within each of these ad sets, you'll place 3 different retargeting ads. These don't necessarily have to be 3 different types though. You could have 2 different testimonial ads and 1 functionality ad. And that being said, I would recommend getting a bit of a mix here so that you can figure out what works best for your particular product and audience. And as for the other settings, you'll be using automatic placement, auto bidding, and schedule the campaign to launch at midnight for the next day. Now, after your retargeting ads have run for a day or 2, you'll want to check in and see what happens. Generally speaking, they should perform really well right off the bat, and if this is the case, you can try increasing the budget gradually every few days. Though I don't really recommend exceeding 10% of your daily ad spend. If you do go above this ratio, you'll find that your cost per purchase will tend to go up as you start to exhaust your audience too quickly. Although if your daily spend for your other campaigns increases, you'll want to adjust your retargeting accordingly, bumping it up so that it stays at 10% of your daily spend. At any point, if you notice that your retargeting ads start to perform significantly worse at the increased budget, you should go back to the previous budget it was doing well at. Alright, that's about it when it comes to the retargeting setup. Although the setup might seem a little too simple, I promise it's what we actually use on a daily basis. I know there have been many people out there showing their retargeting funnels as being completely segmented by multiple time frames, utilizing close to every single audience possible, but in almost all cases, you'll find that this is unnecessary. This simple setup should get you going and bring in the results you need to boost your profitability. That's it for this video, and I'll catch you guys later.